guy here, the former deputy president, he is just around saying that the opposition is united, but we can clearly see that it is not united. The Malala guy opposed the appointment of their spokesperson. So clearly there's no opposition and people are tired with this.
DR.MUKHISA KITUYI hapo watusaidie. Na huyu deputy wangu kijana anaitwa Malala. Kijana shupafu ananisaidia sana na ni kijana mzuri. Lakini niliona alikuwa na wasiwasi ati imewekwa mzee inatakikana.
Ladies and gentlemen, few days ago, after the united opposition joined hands in appointing DR.MUKHISA KITUYI as the opposition spokesperson and secretariat, many political analysts in the country termed it as a genius move that would work perfectly to dismantle William Ruto's government and credit RIGATHI, Gachagua and the united opposition for that ahead of the 2027 general elections. But this move brought about the first doubt that if was not managed properly, was to actually dismantle and destroy the DCP party from within. And this would actually mean the head of RIGATHI, Gachagua's party, it would have lost its meaning of a united front. Now, this was after RIGATHI, Gachagua's right-hand man, Cleophas Malala, disagreed with Gachagua and the united opposition in the appointment of DR.MUKHISA KITUYI as the opposition spokesperson. And what Malala said is that he saw that DR.MUKHISA KITUYI lacked the aspect that he was they were all looking for in the united opposition spokesperson. And allow me to actually quote what Cleophas Malala said in the matter of the appointing of one DR.MUKHISA KITUYI. He said, "My position on the choice of the spokesperson is that the united opposition deserves to demonstrate willingness in engaging with the fresh youthful leadership that can propel the country to the next frontier of politics and governance, qualities which DR.MUKHISA KITUYI is acutely lacking." Now, these sentiments by Malala had caught the attention of everybody in the country, including RUTO's supporters and more so RUTO's men in leadership, who had finally started predicting a possible fallout between Gachagua and his deputy party leader, Cleophas Malala. This was because most of the people associated Gachagua's character to that of President William Ruto as a man that does not listen to anybody and that tries to challenge his authority. Knowing the influence that Cleophas Malala currently holds within the opposition and more so within the DCP party, many predicted that Gachagua would be hostile on him and even kick him out of the party, as he did before with people like Akina Wambogo Ngunjiri and the likes of Gathoni Wamuchomba. But to their surprise, Gachagua has risen to the challenge and has revealed that the doubts Malala had with DR.MUKHISA KITUYI's appointment have been addressed through the appointment of Gen Z's and millennial advisors to help him smoothen his work and decision-making in the office of the united opposition spokesperson and secretariat.
That the opposition is united, but we can clearly see that it is not united. The Malala guy opposed the appointment of their spokesperson. So clearly there's no opposition and people are tired with this noise.
DR.MUKHISA KITUYI hapo watusaidie. Na huyu deputy wangu kijana anaitwa Malala. Kijana shupafu ananisaidia sana na ni kijana mzuri. Lakini niliona alikuwa na wasiwasi ati imewekwa mzee inatakikana vijana tupu. Hapana, pale secretariat yetu tuko na majenzi na millennial ndio wanasukuma kazi hapa kwa secretariat. Na wanapanga kazi nzuri sana. Na tuko na imani na vijana, majenzi na millennial tuweze kufaulu. Na nimeongea na Cleophas Malala nikamwambia asikuwe na wasiwasi. Yeye anataka tuweke vijana wote tupu kila pahali. Hata pale kwa chama yetu ya DCP Amejaza majenzi na milinio, ndio wanatawala sisi pale, na anafanya vizuri kwa sababu lazima hao majenzi na milinio watusaidie, lakini pia lazima tutafute mtu mmoja wawili wako na experience, wanakaa na hao vijana wetu, wanawaguide vile mimi nakaa na akina Medhu, akina Gasheri, akina Karongo, ninawasaidia. Si iko namna hiyo? Si hapo tukue na mtu mmoja iko na experience ya kusaidia vijana? Kwa hivyo hakuna wasiwasi, all of us are speaking the same language. Na mimi nataka nimhakikishie watu ya Nyandarua, huyu Kasongo tutamkimbiza kama baisikeli ya kuibiwa.
Now, one thing I had told you earlier is that one mistake that Gachagua couldn't allow himself to make right now is to allow his ego overpower the dream that they all have as a united opposition. Because the moment that fallout is seen within the DCP party right now, and more so, let me tell you, currently the DCP party is facing some certain challenges in the current by-election, whereas the appointment of DCP candidates in these different places where by-elections are taking place have been opposed by leaders, or there's some certain division within. You all saw what was happening in Meru the other day, the leadership of DCP in Meru County being changed overnight. Now those issues have brought about some certain kind of hostility within the DCP party, which made the government so happy to predict the fall of the rising DCP party. But now, what would actually mean the fall and the crumble of the DCP party if Rigathi Gachagua would have actually gone ahead to attack Cleophas Malala or oppose Cleophas Malala without speaking or engaging with him? And you know, I said this earlier. I should remind you that Cleophas Malala is not your mere politician that you think you can go ahead and bully around. You know that. Cleophas Malala has been so instrumental in building up the current opposition. You saw him during the Echoes of War play, which was happening in Nakuru. You saw him go ahead to be arrested for his sentiments against the government. You have seen him speak so openly in defending Rigathi Gachagua. When Rigathi Gachagua was in the United States, Cleophas Malala actually acted as the leader of the opposition. When Kalonzo, Akina Matiang'i and the rest ran to hiding, Cleophas Malala took Rigathi Gachagua's position to address the matters in the Republic of Kenya. So if anything was to happen and Cleophas Malala is pulled out of the opposition, then that is a critical move. It would actually put the opposition in ICU. They cannot actually take that right now. And also the DCP party. You know, the DCP party is building itself. It has to take root. It has to prove a point. You know, when RUTO was building UDA, when the by-election came, that is the point that proved that UDA is going to actually be a giant party in the politics of the Republic of Kenya. Now that is what Rigathi Gachagua wants. And the division that would have been caused by Cleophas Malala being kicked out would have meant the destruction of the said party. Why am I saying this? I have told you once and again, Cleophas Malala, when he was holding the position as the spokesperson and the Secretary General of the UDA party, the man had fought for William Ruto and defended William Ruto in every aspect that was brought against him. The attacks on UDA, the attacks on the Kenya Kwanza government, Cleophas Malala addressed them so openly and defended William Ruto to the core. Even if Ruto was undefendable, Cleophas Malala took the mantle to defend him. And the moment that Cleophas Malala left UDA, the party came crumbling down to the ground. So this is not a man that you assume. Remember, before joining UDA, Cleophas Malala was in Musalia Mudavadi's ANC, the Amani National Congress Party, which was merged with UDA. After the merging, after leaving Amani National Congress Party, Cleophas Malala came to UDA. Now, in Amani National Congress Party, Cleophas Malala played key role in joining Musalia Mudavadi and one President William Ruto in the Kenya Kwanza and ANC Ford Kenya coalition being back in the year 2021. He played a very key, major and strategic role in uniting Musalia Mudavadi and William Ruto. And there is where Cleophas Malala came in to become the UDA Secretary General. But when they pulled him out, that is the moment they lost it to Rigathi Gachagua. Because then Cleophas Malala started projecting a face of the defiance or the defense of Rigathi Gachagua and built up his portfolio on that. So losing him is like Raila Amolo Odinga right now losing people like James Orengo. It's like William Ruto losing people like Farouk Kibet or Oscar Sudi. That is what Rigathi Gachagua cannot actually risk by losing Cleophas Malala. That's what's up for now. We are seeing that DCP party is building up. Rigathi Gachagua has risen to prove to the people of the Republic of Kenya that, you know what, I can actually allow myself to be vulnerable for the sake of the Republic. For now, that's what's up. Leave a comment in the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.